Hey, today on Post-Jurassic Zoo TV, we are going to explore a way to keep the lid on our cages. I am going to show you a very inexpensive and pretty cool way to make some clamps for your cages that, in my opinion, are the best that you can find. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, it's Post-Jurassic Zoo TV. Let's do something wild. As far back as I can remember, I've always had a love for animals. We had dogs and cats and fish growing up, but my favorites were always the reptiles and amphibians. When I was 13 years old, I once counted 29 specimens that I had caught in the wild and had living in my home. It didn't always go over well with my mom. And now, while my life is crazy busy with work and kids, I've always been able to find time for the animals. My goal is to educate the world, if I can, about responsible pet ownership and conservation. I want to share some neat ideas and maybe even help someone get over their fears. Oh, and I want to have some fun. We gotta have fun. My name is Scott Smith, and I'm a zookeeper in this crazy world I like to call the Post-Jurassic Zoo. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is, and I pre-measured these because I wanted to make sure that they were the right length, and I'll show you that in a second on how they fit in the tank. But I recommend, I got some heavy-duty industrial strength Velcro, and you can get any kind you want, the thin or the light. I like the nice wide straps, and so I get the wide Velcro. It is 4 feet of this, it's 2 inches wide. So I think that that's a really good width for me. I've got some larger snakes, and if you've got really larger snakes like Burmese pythons, which if anybody has one that they'd like to donate to the zoo, I'd be happy to Anyway, I pre-measured these, and then what I want to do is I want to cut these. I usually follow the lines just because I'm kind of monkish. Monk is OCD, and my wife will tell me that I'm not OCD because I'm junky, but I'm OCD about some things, and I like things to be square and lined up and all that kind of jazz. So anyway, once you have this piece, the next thing you want to do is you want to cut the fuzzy side of the Velcro. And when this is all said and done, you're actually going to have a little bit left over of this part, the part with the hooks, because when you see how I do this, we're gonna waste a little bit, but it's gonna be worth it. And this stuff is pretty cheap. I think this was like $9. So what you want to do is, and I already pre-cut a piece here, okay? But what you want to do is you want to make sure you have some overlap, okay, on this end and on that end. And you want to cut it out, and that's what I did. So I cut it out here. So I made sure that I had some overlap. See what I mean? I'm freaking out. Okay, so I made sure I had some overlap. The reason you want that overlap is because you want some to be able to hang over for what we're gonna do next. So put the hooks aside. Now you can do anything you want, and I'm probably gonna do some other, but this is the only thing I could find that I didn't have to go pay for, that I didn't wanna mess around with. But get leather. You want to get something with zebra stripes or other kind of animal stripe or some other material, or if you're just kind of artsy crafty and you want to get something with plaid or whatever, or something to match your room, get some kind of material. This, funny thing, this is actually off of an old Christmas stocking that we no longer use because we're not decorating that way for now, but it's an old Christmas stocking. I just cut the material off the top of it. So here's what you want. You want to take this material. I'm gonna undo this, and hopefully it'll be Velcro 1, Scott none if I can't get this off of here on live video, but I can edit. So you want to put this about 1/4 of an inch away from the top, about like that. Is that about right? Am I doing that right? Yep. And press it down really good. because you don't want it to come off. And then I'm going to trim it. So, my scissors, trim right along the edge, about a 1/4 inch from the bottom, and trim right along the edge here as well. Now, got that all trimmed out. Now, what you want to do is, and I guess I should have gotten the supplies together. I got my material, got this, got a stapler. This is some cheap stapler because we don't have a lot of office supplies around the house. But what you want to do is you want to loop this over here. Take your trusty stapler that doesn't have staples in it. Seriously, dude. Hold on. So this is also a lesson in what not to do. Make sure you have staples before you get started. Hold on, I'll be right back. Dude, I was like, okay, very first YouTube video, man, and you didn't even make sure you had staples in the beginning. Anyway, lesson, a word to the wise, as my dad used to say, make sure you have all the supplies that you need before you get started. And this is gonna take some staples. I'm looping this over. And oh yeah, this fur is actually gonna be kind of good. It's hiding the staples, which, if you remember, I said I'm kind of monkish. Now, don't do this at home, okay? I'm pretty sad. This is pretty sad. Oh, that's gonna bother me forever. Guys. Okay, so I'm gonna staple this. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. It pains me, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it for the sake of the video. All right, so that's one side, okay? Now, the other side, same thing. Same, second verse, same as the first. That way it goes. One. And if you've got heavy duty staples, I've never used this stapler to do this because the ones I have, I didn't decide to cover them because, you know, I just kind of threw it together and made sure that I was using it. Now, what I will tell you guys is this is in my opinion, the strongest way to keep your pythons, your especially your stronger snakes in their cage. Okay, so we've got this strap. And then you do this for 3 more straps. One of those, I'm gonna make 3 more of these. So for mine, I only did 2 because these are the ones that are going to be seen. For the front, I only did 2 of them, and then the others are going to be in the back. So the other 2 in the back, I don't really have to worry about. So now I'm going to take and show you how to put these on the cage. So we're going upstairs. I have all of my animals up here. So we're up here with all the animals, and I've got all the cages. I don't know if you can see everybody. I'm gonna show you Bailey. Now, I've got her in this cage to kind of hold her here, and I've decided that instead of just holding her here, I'd let her stay there. And so I've got to go out and get some aspen bedding today and kind of make things nice and comfortable for her. She is a rescue. So those of you that are following me on Instagram, you may have seen the story about Bailey. Here's what I'm getting ready to do to her tank. You can see right now, Bailey is in this tank, and I've got a 5-pound weight that I'll move over there. And I've got a paint can, because we were doing some painting in the house. And this is your basic screen lid. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a blade or scissors. I've got either one. I like using my blade. The first thing that you want to do is you want to take the hooks And you want to start right on the top edge here, okay? And you want to make sure, the reason I cut this so long, I told you I'd tell you later, is I want to make sure that it doesn't only end up here, but it ends on the glass. And the reason that I do that is because I want it to be really, really secure. This little angle is going to help it, but that's secure as well. So I'm going to take this backing off. Okay, so that's off. Now, put this right on the edge. Make sure the screen is positioned. I got this screen off of Craigslist and it doesn't exactly fit the cage, but I'm okay with that. So make it nice and secure here. And then what I'm going to do is kind of push that underneath, secure it here, kind of push it underneath the ledge, secure it there. So now, if you see this, nice and secure. Do the same thing in the back. I'll do 1, 2. I'm probably gonna make another one, do 3 in the back for a nice hinge. So now, taking this right under the lid. There we go. Okay, so got my Velcro. Now, here's what's neat. I'm gonna take this, my fur end, I'm gonna put right over the edge. Nice and strong. Nice and solid. Now, the reason that I did it this way and I left these edges is because it helps to be able to grab. That's how to do it. So there you go, guys. No more paint buckets. So that's a really good place to end everything. Do me a favor, if you would, please go down, and if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this from me, turn on those post notifications. And until next time, this is Scott from the Post Jurassic Suit. Peace.